It's at least that's 15,000 miles. Thank you, Robin. I'm getting everything started because Angela is running late. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. I got caught in a little bit of rain, and I forgot to put my lipstick on. And my glasses. I don't know. Oh, they're there. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's see. Hi, Loretta. We see Steve. Haha. Hello, Jennifer, Diane, Donna, Robin. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. All right. We got caught out, so... And my glasses. Found them. Starting on a gift for someone special. Yay. Hi, Dubrovka. Everybody says hello, Steve. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I was trying to work on and plan some other stuff for today, but we had to go out and we ended up getting back late and blah, blah, blah. So, what I was thinking, I'm working on the binding. I started the binding. That little placemat that we finished yesterday, I did something kind of fun. I went in and used kind of a more decorative stitch. I found a decorative stitch that would work with my dual feed because I've got the dual feeds on there right now. And look how cute that came out. It's just a little squiggly. But look how much character it kind of adds to that placemat. And then, of course, I forgot to, I should have, before I finished the binding, I should have done some quilting on it. But maybe we'll just add some squares just to kind of keep everything in place. But I like that little, and, you know, it got me thinking, if you, now I was just kind of playing around, okay? This is not like something I'm going to give to somebody as a gift. So I probably would have changed the bobbin color, okay? But it got me thinking. If you're intimidated by, you know, where your stitch is going to end up when you sew your binding on, you can always do a fun little decorative stitch. And then the way that my machine did it, it ended up sitting perfectly on the back side of the binding. I didn't have to worry about any additional stitch lines or anything like that. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea. It was just something I sat down last night. Steve was on the phone, and so I thought, oh, I'll just sit down and sew for 10 minutes. Anyway, try that. Practice it. Try it. I like that. Okay. Finish this. Decorative stitch. Did that. I made myself notes. Cute, cute, cute. Hi, Madeline. Okay. So what I thought we might... Why am I talking so loud? Gosh. I start things sometimes in crochet. I have no idea what I was doing here. I start little things like this sometimes, or I'll see a stitch and I go, "Ooh, I think I'll try that stitch." And this is how far I get. This is the size of my palm, and then I don't finish it, and I keep it attached to the skein of yarn. All right, we're gonna take that off. Well, we'll just unravel it. Yeah, we'll just unravel it and we'll use the yarn. Okay, it's for someone that loves quilts. I don't know squat about. That's very cool, Donna. Okay, hi, Linda. All right, let's see here. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and do two things in the time that we have tonight because I also have an appointment tonight, so we can't be too late. And I think we're going to draw our winner tomorrow. Oh, we're working on it now. We were so late coming back in. Oh. Threw us off. I'm going to try and get the binding at least just joined so that then I can finish working on that. But what I thought I might do is tie the bee quilt while y'all are here. So I'm going to move this little extra table over. So many tables. The last bee quilt the last quilt that I tied was a while ago. It's been a while. And I am going to tie, Madeline's going to be so happy. I'm going to tie it in the corners. We're going to tie it in the corners. I read your comment the other day, and I thought, yeah, that will be how we should do it. Now, the only thing is, usually when you tie a quilt, I forgot to bring Steve's birthday quilt in. So on the last quilt that I tied was a birthday quilt I did for Steve a few years ago. Quite a few years ago. We were still living in California. What I did was they were 5-inch squares. So you started the tie. You thread up your yarn with an upholstery needle or a tapestry needle, and you basically connect all the squares. You just sew through, connect them all. Then you go back and you snip them. I knew there was a reason I liked you, Grasshopper. However, this quilt these squares are obviously huge and much further apart. So if I'm only going to tie in these corners, oh wise one, do I really need to do that, or can I just do each one individually? The next question is, where in the world are my tapestry needles? Okay, hang on, don't leave. Pardon my back, but I would keep those in here. So let me just see. And as unorganized as I am, I'm actually quite organized. Although, those of you that crochet are going to feel my pain here in just a minute when I tell you something. Those are really bad. Let's see. Let's see what we've got here. All right, let's see. Okay, so... Oh, these are doll needles. Those are... Why in the... Do you ever buy something and then it ends up in your stuff, in your stash of stuff, and you then find it ages later and you ask yourself, what possessed me to buy this? They're doll needles. Look at the size of these needles. These needles are for use with yarn. These needles. These needles are 3.5 inches long. Doll needles are good. All right. I guess we'll just use that. And the reason we're going to use it is because it's what I have in my hand right now. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm creeping into your head with dangerous things. Yes, I agree. I don't think I need to... Yikes. I think I'm just going to do each corner individually. Otherwise, it's really going to be a waste of yarn. I'm going to have huge jumps of yarn. For those of you that crochet, I had a couple of really beautiful furls. Oh yeah, these won't work anyway. These plastic ones would work for for weaving in crochet, but not. Then I'm gonna go through all this stuff. I had some doll's head to sew on the eyes. There you go. That makes sense. I had some furls. Oh, here's one. No, that's just a furls crochet hook. I have no clue where it's at. What? What?
No, it's gonna help you pick your winner.
I don't remember how to do it.
I know.
Surprising. Do you need to be there?
No, I just need to move your comments window so I can use the computer. And I'll help you.
I don't know where I put the mouse.
Where's the mouse? There's the mouse. So let's just...
And I cannot find my... I've looked everywhere.
What?
that embroidery hook that I told you I couldn't find anymore. Oh, it's so sad. And they're just so pretty. It was really. I had 2 of them. I don't know what happened to them.
Third world problems, Andrew.
Hi, Jean. I know it's kind of a first world problem. I lost my really expensive crochet hook.
Okay.
You know, they're wood or they're kind of like ceramic-y. Anyway. Hi, Betsy.
85 degrees.
85.
Holy smoke.
Jeez. Betsy.
Keep it. We don't want to hear.
Although it was probably about 85 today here,
It was, yes. That's why I said we don't want to hear. We want some cooler weather.
Yeah, I'm ready for a little bit. I'm ready for some cooler weather. I had been hoping when I found that butterfly corner to corner crochet, I had hoped it was going to be in that basket, and it wasn't. All right, so let's get this obscenely long needle. I dig Steve's shirt. He should be on a Hawaiian island somewhere.
I should.
Don't we know it? Don't we know it? Ellen, don't we know it? All right. So, where are you, fall? Yeah, no kidding. Who was that yesterday? 70 in Timmins, Ontario. 58 in New Jersey. Oh, God. New Jersey is getting chilly. All right, let me see here. Oh, Dubrovka says it's... Oh, I just read that one. 70 in Timmins, Ontario. What? All right. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm on here and I forget to keep talking. Bethany says it's 85... 91 in Louisiana, Shannon. Holy cow. Bethany says it's 85 in Nebraska. There was a comment that somebody left yesterday. In Stitches with Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, it is. Well, it's hard to tell. For Florida, it's warm. It stays warm like this. That's good.
Well, you ready to run your contest?
All right.
So you can...
Donna says it's 88 in Oklahoma, and Loretta says it's 58 in New York. Gosh, the East Coast is getting chilly fast.
So you want to share your screen, run your contest? Or no? You just do that?
No, it's too confusing. There's too much graphs and crap up there. It's not aesthetically pleasing to look at. It's graphs and
The contest is not?
charts. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
Oh,
what I
that
was going to show.
Oh.
So there you go. We had 78 entries in September. So just click on the pick the winners right there. Uh-oh. And then let it choose its winner.
That's all I do?
Yep.
You're not gonna. I thought you were gonna do it.
You're not paying me to do this. I don't work for free. I've already done all I
Oh, good. Then you can make dinner tonight.
I want another $20 to pick the winner.
Then you'll make dinner.
Or at least I want a free something.
And plan it. Plan dinner. Because I'll tell you what. There is nothing more depressing than knowing that for the rest of your life you have to plan dinner and lunch every single day.
Yeah. All right, so you may do this for you. So we get this. Can everybody see the screen? Somebody give me a
somebody say
give me
yes,
a smiley face or something if you can see our screen. We're gonna pick the winner right here live on Quarter Inch Seam.
I can't believe I didn't screenshot
YouTube.
that comment from yesterday.
What?
that comment that
I'm not getting any love over there on the screen. I guess they can see it though. Let's see here. Let me just. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
I did.
What?
Is Wendy Dragaset on? Okay, y'all are too funny. I know.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna pick the winners. Wait just a second. Hang on.
I hate the planning part too. I hate planning dinner. Hubby hates to hear the words. What would you like for dinner?
Look at all those comments. We had all these people make beautiful Trish.
Tell them, girl.
We had 78. Will you pay attention? We're trying to pick a winner.
Yeah, you know why? Because every single woman on here is agreeing with me.
What?
About dinner.
Oh well, where's the giveaway? We're gonna give away. I think Robbie can't be the winner though. We're sending your mug back to you, Robbie.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, you are the winner of your own mug.
Okay. We'll run and
this
grab
is,
the
by
mug.
the way, this was sponsored by Robin. By the way,
this month's.
Wait, we're gonna give away two, won't we?
Oh yes.
Oh, so we have two winners. Okay, here we go. You
Two
ready?
winners.
I'm picking
Okay,
the winner.
pick
Can
the
you guys
first
see
one.
my
Are you
mouse
guys
here?
ready?
Here we go. We had 78 people that posted. We're gonna get. We want 2 winners. Here we go. Roll the dice.
Okay. Do you remember that vacation and Christmas
Winners
vacation?
have been picked.
No, Steve, we're trying to plan dinner while running the show.
Betsy Boyle
Betsy!
and Julie Kenning are the
Julie
winners.
Kenning! Yay! Yeah, we need the cheer. We need the crowd cheering sound.
We don't have a shout.
That's very cool. Betsy and Julie we know Betsy's on. Is Julie on? I tried not to post any pics this month.
You're gonna get a free 1/4-inch seam mug, complimentary by Robin Long. There.
What?
Yes. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. And
Wait, I don't have to give mine away, do I? You said Steve on it.
You can't give away yours. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have so much fun every time we do this. Oh.
What?
I was trying to see if Wendy Dragaset was on. Wendy Dragaset 2716.
Okay,
If she's on, poke your head up. Congratulations, Julie. Okay. So, Julie and Betsy. Congratulations, you guys. Such great submissions this month. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with whether they were great or not. But we love when you guys post. I can't wait until... I love doing this. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have 1,000 mugs. There's Julie. Okay.
Go to the Facebook page, see what they submitted.
Go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, and then hit the share screen. There you go.
And then,
That's right. Just pick on the share screen. Right there.
Okay.
And then they can see what that's over
now
there.
You
There
guys
you go.
can
But that's
see.
too high. That's too big.
Too big. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on. Let's go newest. Let's do
that's good, isn't it?
newest. Yeah, if not, it filters them all out. Okay, let's see. Let's find one of Julie and one of Betsy's. Okay. Julie. Julie posted this. We showed it on Sunday. This fantastic fall quilt. I mean, I think she had a couple of other ones, but I just loved the colors on this. I thought the colors were so cool. The purples and that kind of teal color and the orange. I really like this one. Really like this one. Okay. And so that's one of Julie's. Now, let's see. There's Laura. Gosh, you guys, I tell you what. Oh, Julie also made the pincushion chickens. And the scattered falling leaves table topper. And, hi, Cherry. Hello from Jerome. Where's Jerome? Oh my gosh, we almost watched a movie last night. Oh, and Betsy did this. The quilt from that 3-yard book that we're gonna do at some point this month. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love that one. Very unique fabric. That black almost looks like asphalt. I really like that. Really like that. All right, let's see. Shannon. There's Susan. Wait a minute. How did I miss Susan? This is fantastic. Is Susan on? Southern Idaho. You guys must be getting cool. Starting to get some cool weather. Wow. Susan, that is really, really pretty. I love that panel. Okay, let's see. Oh, and there was Betsy's Scattered Falling Leaves. I love Betsy. The quilting on that was fantastic. Fantastic on that. Wow. That's amazing. And I love the, there goes my brain again. I was talking to somebody today. I couldn't spit out 4 words. My brain was just on overdrive. Batiks. I love these kind of bronzy batiks. Wow. Okay. All right. So congratulations to Betsy and Julie.
And the October one submission is on Facebook already.
And for you to post your October submissions is already on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and you go to the Facebook page where it says featured post, it'll say post your October. It does look like a quilt of valor, Madeline. It'll say post your October pictures here, your October projects, whatever. So get on it so that we can. I would do this every day. I love giving stuff away. I love the batiks. Those batiks are beautiful. Betsy, if you remember what batik fabric you used, let us know. Robin is working on a quilt of valor. Very cool. We almost watched. So while I'm doing this, let me start this and make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to mess it up. So down first, right? Who's done tie quilts? I know Madeline has. So I'm trying to remember now. About 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. No, maybe 1 inch away from the corner. Yes. Down first and then up. Somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm doing this right. Otherwise, I'm gonna have holes all through my quilt. Oh, you know what I'll do? Okay, you can see. I have 2 monitors right now because I have the comments on one monitor and the video on another one. So I don't know. I'm getting dizzy because I don't know what I'm supposed to look. And I was running late, so I'm already scattered. And then I'll tell you about the movie we almost watched. Okay, so down for about 1 inch from the corner, right, from the intersection, down. Right, we're just going to practice it on here real quick. And then about 1 inch away on the other side. Shannon says thumbs up. What fun. I know. We do have fun here. And then up. Right? And then we'll just tie it off. Oh. Right? I think so. And double knot it. The batiks were from my stash, and there are never marks on the salvages, so sorry. I know. I hate Okay, Dubrovka and Shannon both do thumbs up. I wonder if that's a thumbs up for the way I'm tying or a thumbs up about what fun we have here. That's what we're looking for, right? Flat on the back. I only put the yarn where the 4 sewing lines connected. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it right there. I'm gonna do a new piece of thread yarn. Pull up both strands, tie 2 knots. 2 separate knots or tying. I only put the yarn where the 4 sewing lines. Okay, so right there, about an inch away from the intersection of the 4 of that corner. That's what we're gonna do. And then pull up both strands. Okay, tie 2 knots, like a double knot, or are you doing? Yeah, I think that's what I did. I wish I had that birthday quilt. I should run and grab it. That's what I did. Oh, you do 2 separate knots. Okay. That's cool. Would you leave a little extra yarn or string length after you knit and trim the vet shorter after the first trip through the washer? After you knot and trim the vet shorter after the first trip through the washer. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I think maybe I won't cut them at the permanent length until after we put the whole project goes into the washer and the dryer. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Now, there's no point in doing this really long because we're going to cut and sew, cut and sew, cut and sew. In fact, I really don't need it very long at all, do I? Well, not make it too short. Okay. Okay? Okay? Okay. Don't cut too short now. All right, ladies. Close your eyes. And now the binding's being pulled off the machine. Okay. I feel like Robin can obviously tell. I'm a bit apprehensive. You know what I'm a little apprehensive about is where I want them. Do we like an inch? Or would you go a little less than an inch? Well. Oh, we gotta start top. Can you guys see this? There you go. That's about an inch. You want it like a basting stitch. About an inch. Right, Madeline? That's what you're saying. Okay. All right. fine. We're fine. It's fine. I am very excited for this weekend, for Friday, really. My, those of you that go down the map here. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that one thing that I love is my friends of the library group has 2 book sales every year. Okay, let me tie this and then you guys can tell me if you like it. So they do a used book sale twice a year, and it's huge. And it's this Friday. It's the first day. I just love it. I love it because I can just get lost in it for a bit. All right, let's see. Okay. Tie it together. Okay, now the tails are long because we're going to trim them afterwards. Where the seam intersects, go down on one side, up on the other. That's what I did. I think that's what I did. Okay, the tails are really long. Okay. So, there's the intersection, obviously. Can you guys see that okay? And I went down about 1 inch from the intersection into the square and then came up. So that's where my tie is. Right? Or did I do it wrong? I don't go through the seam. God, I can't believe I forgot how to do this. Or should I be closer to the seam? So there's the 4 corners. I'm about 1 inch from the intersection of the 4 corners on either side. Too wide. I agree. Too big. I'm thinking closer to 1/2 inch. Okay. I'm not going to touch that one for right now. Do you guys put any fabric glue or anything in there? I want it to closer to the seam. I think it's wide. Okay. All right. Now, while I do the rest of these, I'll tell you a little story. We lived in California. I lived in California my whole life until I was older. And most of that time was in Northern California, in a town called Lincoln, California, which was really between, Robin knows where Lincoln is. Robin doesn't live far from Lincoln. And Lincoln was basically, if you had to look on a map, you'd see it somewhere between 1/4 inch only. Got it, Dubravka. Thank you. between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe is basically where we were. And there's a couple of freeways, the 80 freeway, the 65, the 50, the 5. It's that general area. Up the highway from us, I don't know. Robin, what do you think? Half hour, maybe? Was a little town called Paradise. And everybody remembers Paradise from the Paradise Fires. And that was 2018 or 2019, I think. Something like that. And then what made me think of it was we rented a movie, but we've not watched it yet. But it's on, I think it's on Apple or Prime. I don't know. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Quarter inch. About an hour. I started the wrong way. They just did a movie, and it's called The Lost Bus or The Last Bus, and it's about the Paradise Fires. And one of the reasons that we were kind of ready to leave California, now there was lots, and listen, every town has, it's every state, every town, every county, everybody has their issues. So California has wildfires. Florida has hurricanes. Everybody has their deal, right? California has earthquakes. Florida has hurricanes. But that Paradise Fire, and I don't know if a lot of you remember that Paradise Fire. It was one of the first times I can remember so much conversation of people and politicians and people who were very, very angry, talking about the need for managing a lot of the forestry in that state. And the problem is, if you don't follow that kind of thing, is there's lots of trees and pine trees and foliage in that, in that part of the state. And it doesn't get managed. So crap falls on the ground and it never gets picked up. So it just becomes dry, dead brush. Which is what happens with a lot of these firefighters. Forest fires? Fire. Are you having a stroke? I'm not. These forest fires. And they rip through, and because California is notoriously so dry, these fires just take over before you can even figure it out. It just annihilates an area. And Paradise happened to be one of those areas. And it was just a small area. And that area along the Highway 65 corridor is just very dry. It's just dry, bush, brush, dry. And Paradise was a little tiny town. A very cute little town. But it was just it was the kind of town that you'd almost find in the Midwest, or, it was just a little community. And this fire went through, and I can remember, God, the smoke and the smell. It lasted for months and months and months after they got control of that fire. Months. And there is nothing worse. You think it's going to smell like they used to do more logging to help with the fires. And see, that's the part of the problem. Is in order to a lot of times deal with that kind of amount of overpopulation of trees and leaves and debris that comes from trees and all that kind of stuff, is to get rid of the trees. You have to thin through there. But then everybody gets pissed because you're cutting the trees down. But you can't have it both ways. And Paradise just got... Yeah, why wouldn't you? Why would you leave a mess? Why would you leave a mess in your own house? And that is a lot of the answer. That is a lot of the question that a lot of people have, especially for the wonderful, wonderful governor of California. She says, dripping with sarcasm, Gavin Newsom. Sorry, I don't like to get political on here, but I don't mind when it comes to that. And the fires that went through the Malibu area and the areas last year, same exact problem. You have all of this stuff that falls and nobody deals with it. It is like it's like making a mess in your own house. It's like pooping in your own house and nobody cleans it up. And then when it becomes a problem, everybody goes, well, why didn't you clean it up? And everybody says, well, that's not really the problem. Yes, it was the problem. And it was specifically the problem in Paradise. And the smoke and the stench from the Paradise fires was atrocious. And it lasted for months and months. And it looked like smog. The skies were just brown. And you ever want to smell something awful? Have homes and cars and trucks and trash have could be alive all on its own. No kidding. Okay, we've got the knots a little bit smaller. They're only about somewhere between quarter inch and a half inch from the center, and now they're doing much better. The stench I can't even describe. It doesn't smell like a barbecue. It doesn't smell like somebody burning stuff in their fireplace. It doesn't smell like pine trees burning. It smells like trash burning and cars. And that fire was in Paradise. Look, the fires that happened in California last year, same thing. Go look at a map now of that area of California along the coast. It's just, there's just nothing left. It looks like a bomb hit it. And in Paradise, this movie is about a bus driver that helped get a bunch of school kids out. But we had friends. The smell after these natural disasters is just. We burn areas to keep fires from getting bigger. Yeah. And California, the other problem with California, just like the Midwest, it gets so dry. So dry. You have to stay on top of it. But Gavin Newsom doesn't want to spend money on that kind of thing. The Paradise Fire, I had a client who worked for the post office. He was a mail delivery guy in Paradise. And he and his wife had a small home and 3 kids. And his wife worked at a school. Well, that morning, when the fire basically went out of control, it had started, and they thought that it was going to be okay. They knew that there was a fire, but fires in California aren't necessarily that. We have fires in California. They don't always get out of control. He called his wife. This is a friend of mine. This is not in the movie. The movie is something different. Is about the bus driver. This particular person was a client of mine. He called his wife and he said he had left for work and he had gotten down to the kind of the base of Paradise to start his route or whatever he was doing. And he called his wife and he said, go to the school right now and pick up the boys. They had 3 sons. Pick up the boys from school. And she said, why? He said, we need to leave. We're going to leave right now. And she said, what are we leaving for? It's not that bad. They said that it's going to be under control. They haven't closed anything. The schools were still open. The grocery store was still open. Everything was still open. And she said, I don't think we need to leave. And he said, we're leaving. He said, what's the worst that can happen if we leave? If we leave, the kids miss a day of school. We miss a day of work. Big deal. We come home, no big deal. If I'm right, he said it could save our lives because we don't know if we'll be able to get out. Well, he told her to meet. She went to the school and picked up the boys. He said to meet him at the bottom of the hill, like a grocery store parking lot. They did that. And that was the last time they ever went back into Paradise. They lost their home. The kids' school burned to the ground. The post office burned to the ground. The school that she worked out burned to the ground. It burned to the ground. I can still remember watching the news stories of people who were trying to drive out, and because the traffic was then just, and the fire came up so fast. The other problem that people forget about with California is we have unbelievable high winds. And winds come through those canyons, and it can turn your barbecue into a forest fire. And they were trying to drive out of Paradise, and it was just a 2-lane road, and they got panicked, and they could see the flames crossing the road, and they got out of their cars, and they really could not go anywhere, and they burned to death right there. It's awful. It's just... So we rented this movie, but we haven't watched it yet. I'm a little apprehensive to watch it because I think this is going to be really sad. Because this client of mine, they lost everything. They ended up renting a house in another kind of rural, lots of trees area in California, which I don't know that I would have done. I think I would have preferred to have been somewhere in the city. But anyway, my dear sweet California. With all these problems. All right. Wow. Way to bring the mood down, Angela. Let's talk about an entire town burning to the ground. Good job. Try to bring a smile to your face. Okay. It did spread so fast, and part of that was the wind. It just spread so fast. Anyway, was in South Carolina over the weekend. I would go nuts trying to figure out what's going on weather-wise. Nebraska, the storms go through in a day and it's gone. Yeah, we love South Carolina, but when you get down here, the Carolinas, Florida, it's just weird weather. It's just always weird weather. We were out today. It was in the mid-80s, 89 today. It was warm. And then we were standing in this parking lot, and it just started pouring. But it only lasted like 3 minutes. Hi, Arlene. Oh my gosh, what time is it? I still have an appointment tonight. But I always have so much fun chatting with you guys. Okay, I am going to admit that this is going to be adorable. So I am very, very happy that I listened to Madeline and a bunch of you others that said tie the corners, not the centers, because this is going to be fantastic. Come on. Now, the only question is, I probably didn't need quite so long of a needle. 3.5-inch needle. The only question is, I haven't tied all these off yet. I've looped them through, but I haven't tied them yet. It's going to be so cute. But here's the question. Would you do one over here? On the edge? Probably not, huh? I think I'll have to finish this tonight and the centers, and then hold it up for you guys, and then we'll decide if we would do the ends. It'll look great if you trim this. It's going to look great. Charleston area. Oh, I love Charleston. We love the Charleston area. Oh my gosh. Love it. Just love it. I don't know. It's a hard call on that. I guess you probably wouldn't do the the two seams where the two blocks come together by the border. No? Yay? No? I don't know. You know, I just don't know. All right, let's see. Okay. We're going to do one more. Oh my gosh. Congratulations again. To bet. Like little tufts. Yes. I'll trim the string. Once I tie them and trim them, I'll do that tonight. I'll do that tomorrow probably. Quilt is stunning. Thanks, Bethany. No on the ends. Okay. All right. I won't do them on the edges. Just in the center. Yeah, if we'll see how we like it tomorrow, because like we can always add them in. I'm excited to finish this thing. I really want to get that border done. I think I'm gonna have to come in here. I gotta go. Don't forget. Thanks, Loretta. Don't forget to post your new pictures for October, because congratulations again to Betsy and Julie, who won, Angela, who won for their September, for our raffle for September. And tomorrow I will have I'll show you on tomorrow's video what it's dinner planned. Well, it is because I planned it. It is because I planned it yesterday. That's why it's planned. Pork chops. Easy. Pork chops. Sweet potato. Broccoli. We're so creative here. Really. Honestly. But the pork chops would be good. I do pretty good. I do a pretty good pork chop. I do my pork chops the same way I do like my chicken cutlets. You know, breaded. And, yeah. That's about it. It's not, look, we're not getting fancy pants here, honestly. And Steve and I don't know if I've told you this before. We're not foodies. We're not. We're just kind of good home cooking. We're the stuff that we grew up with. We're the basics. We're not foodies when we go out to a restaurant. We don't go to fancy restaurants. You know, if we go somewhere and have a nice steak. You know what, Madeline? I saw the start of your message. I will read it tonight. I saw the start of it, but I was with a client, and then I forgot until you just said that. So I will read that, and you are very sweet too. You guys are just the most amazing, amazing followers to send me stuff. Excited. We'll do mail on Sunday. Oh, we'll be here on Saturday. I'll make a point to go to get the mail, and then Sunday we'll open it we'll open it together. Great in the air fryer. Yeah, I keep wanting to try stuff like that in the air fryer. Pork chops and chicken breasts and that kind of thing. But we're just not. Do you pound your pork chops? I do not. I didn't think to pound my pork chops. And I'll bet you that would make them much more tender. Oh, I'm going to try that tonight, Betsy. I am going to try that tonight. I bet that makes them good. All right. Betsy for the win. All right, guys. Let me see how many more of these I have. I couldn't possibly have very many. I was yapping on long enough to have gotten through quite a few. But now I can take it with me when I go I'll sit on the couch for a few minutes and tie him off. Oh. Okay. I could be a few minutes late for my client. I only have 2 left. All I had was a Christmas card for your note. Don't be shocked. Ha ha ha! I would do the same thing. I did that to my daughter-in-law one time. It was her birthday, and I don't know. I couldn't find, I didn't have any cards. We were on our way to dinner. I didn't have any, we weren't going to stop. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like a milestone. It wasn't like a huge party. But I wanted a card to go with her gift. And so I think the only card I had was, congratulations on your baby shower. Run them over with the truck. Erlene, my pork chops used to be awful. Tough and awful. So, we're going to take Betsy's suggestion about pounding them down, tenderizing them a little bit. I'm going to do that tonight because I think that will help even more. But the last few times that I've made pork chops, they have been perfect. Just about perfect. And I'll tell you why. I turned the heat down. I cooked them longer on a really low heat. And I didn't cook them to 160 degrees. I'm going to tell you right now. You can come at me in the comments. No one's ever gotten food poisoning in my house. Or sick. I cook them to, I don't know, like 140 degrees, 145. And then I let them set. But I turn the heat down, like the low side of medium. A little less than medium. And I let them, and that's how I cook them. I used to cook everything. You guys have heard me talk about this. I used to cook everything on high heat. That's how I would cook. If it said to cook something, I turn the heat burner on and cook. Gotta turn the heat down. Oh my gosh. Guys, you guys are gonna love tomorrow's video. Because this thing's gonna be almost done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just can't believe it. Just can't believe it. We'll have to see if we're gonna watch this movie. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna watch it, but a friend of ours worked for a hauling company. So he drove a truck hauling away debris. And he had a contract at that point from the state to remove, or the state or the county, I don't remember, to haul debris out of Paradise. And he said it was like, every day he went up there, that it was like what you would imagine Mars looked like. Just, and steaming and dusty. Off. Okay, no more talking about the fires. Steve will say, you really kind of brought the house down, didn't you? Yeah. It's going to be so cute! Okay, I'm taking this out with me. I'm going to go call my client and run my appointment. Let me see. Last couple of ones. My pork chops are that's what I was gonna say. Don't overcook. They'll continue to cook okay eating temp. Yep. That's definitely Erlene. That definitely helped with my pork chops. Okay. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I had so much fun tonight. Congratulations to Betsy and Julie, who won the raffle for the month of September for their posts. Don't forget, keep posting the new on the Facebook page. The new link for posting your October submissions is up. Have a fantastic evening. Have a fabulous morning tomorrow. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. These will at least be tied off tomorrow. I'll at least get that done. And let's see. Am I forgetting anyone? Thank you, Loretta, for the hearts. Thank you, Robin. Good night, Needleworker 105. Thank you, Madeline. I think the only thing I've forgotten is only a 1/4 inch seam. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for coming by.